7th District that we have this much of a turnout tonight. It really is an incredibly engaged and informed area, and I'm thrilled to see all of you here. Thank you for taking your time. I also want to thank the Northside DFA, Edgewater Community Council, and Join the Impact for sponsoring tonight's event. I had the pleasure of working with these three groups. Join the Impact is going to be critical in helping to push forward on the equal marriage bill I sponsored recently. And Edgewater Community Council is a real backbone on that Edgewater neighborhood on a whole host of policy initiatives. And as an original member of a family of Deaniacs, I have taken Howard Dean's lesson to heart, that if you want to get an A in life, you've got to run for public office. And I'm very proud to be gunning for that A here tonight and be running for public office once again. When I first ran for state senate 2 years ago, it was out of a real frustration of the absolute dysfunction of Springfield. And while in these 2 years some of the players have changed, unfortunately not a lot else has changed. It has been an incredible honor for me to represent the 7th District and to grow into that role of being the fiercely independent, progressive voice that we need in Springfield, and that quite frankly you deserve. That too the 7th District is. I want to talk a little bit tonight about 3 issues that I ran on 2 years ago, and what I've done in my short 2 years in office to make progress on those 2 issues. The first area that I want to speak to is healthcare reform. Healthcare is a fundamental right and needs to be treated as such in Illinois. Yesterday, I had the honor of being with Governor Quinn as he signed a bill that I negotiated and shepherded through the state. Through the Senate side of the state, Greg Harris shepherded through the House side, that is a landmark bill, provides more health insurance reform than we've gotten in Illinois in the last 10 years. Probably many of you here have had a case where you've had a health insurance claim denied, or at least you know somebody who has. This bill will finally provide a way for consumers in Illinois, if they've had insurance claim denied, to go and get an external review of that, and that external review will be binding with the insurance company. A second area that I ran on was the fact that we had a structural budget deficit in the state that we needed to address. Sadly, tonight we stand on the verge of financial implosion. The Pew Center of States issued a report recently which talks about the fact that what puts Illinois starkly in the company of California is that we are fiscally irresponsible and cannot get a balanced budget. This year's budget, I voted, in the first budget plan that came to us, I voted against and I led the defeat of that bill. And the reason I did so was because it would have been devastating to the social service agencies in this district and to the people they serve. Now, getting the first plan defeated, we were able to force the leaders of both the House and the Senate to put more resources into the social service agencies that are so vital to our community. Take care of the kinds of problems that my other candidate here, Jim Madigan, is speaking about. Now, the final budget that we put in place, I don't think was fiscally responsible either, and I still do not vote for it. But I was very proud that my opposition along the way was able to ensure that we had more resources to protect the most vulnerable residents in our district. The third area, one of the third areas that I ran on that I want to talk about tonight, is that we need to have a more open, transparent government in Springfield, and we've got to get rid of the corruption. I was very proud to be able to push that button to impeach Governor Boyden. A man who certainly betrayed the trust of all of us here. But while we've gotten him out of office, clearly we have not solved the problems in Illinois in this regard. We have a system that is going to take a long time to change. I was very pleased, however, to be able to ensure that the members of the Illinois Reform Commission were at the table as we negotiated reform bills this session. We made some good progress in areas like procurement system and increasing the federal, Freedom of Information Act, and we at least have a basis for a campaign contribution limit system in place. But clearly we're not done. I'm proud of my ability now to keep pushing forward on this. And in fact, I've already put in filed a bill that will close the biggest loophole we have in one of the areas. There's much more work to be done in Springfield. We need to get a real honest budget that's balanced without gimmicks. We have got to get, health and economic and education reforms that are going to really solve some of our slow growth that we have in our jobs here in Illinois and improve the physical performance we have in our schools. We have got to bring those small D democracy back to Springfield. It has been an honor to be able to fight for the district here in the 7th District. I certainly look forward to being able to work with you further in the future on this. Woodrow Wilson once said, if you want to make enemies, try to change something. And I would tell you, I certainly feel that heat in Springfield, as I'm one of the loudest voices for reform there. And what enables me to do it is the caliber of the folks here in the 7th District. We have folks that are the tops in many of the reform agendas who are willing to help and push the reforms that we need. And I very much look forward to your support to help to continue to sort of fight for the changes that we need going forward. Thanks a lot for being here.